Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything and welcome back to the channel and welcome to what's going to be a very brief match review for what was honestly a very boring 0-0 draw against Girona. FC Barcelona of course had the chance to extend their lead at the top of La Liga to 15 points with a win, but well, we could say some good defending and good goalkeeping, in particular from Girona, probably kept that from happening, even though, to be quite honest, the performance from Barca as well was quite underwhelming, because aside from maybe one or two players here like Baude, Alba coming off the bench, Raphinha and Fati, creatively there was really nothing that was going on here, and apart from those players who I mentioned, there was really nothing to look at here that was of interest. And in the case of Fati in particular, he didn't have the best of performances. He probably could have scored a couple of times, but he wasn't able to find the back of the net. But he was playing in an experimental position here. I think Xavi decided he's going to be experimenting for the remainder of these matches. Against Elche, we saw Eric Garcia in holding midfield, and well, here we saw Ansu Fati playing the Gavi role. Yeah, that Gavi role, you know, the inverted winger, who is actually just an inside midfielder. I don't know what position you're going to call that, somewhere in the half spaces, yeah? And that's what Fati was doing here, and he was doing a pretty good job of it when it came to distributing the ball. I thought there were a couple of times when he picked the pass out to Raphinha and then made that run to the edge of the box, kind of like what we'd see from Messi, except without the goal at the end of it. This match for me was particularly worrying for one player in particular. This game for me was very worrying because of one player in particular, and that player being, of course, Robert Lewandowski. I think the best chances Barcelona had fell to him. There was one where Fati laid it off to him after Barca had taken the ball off of Girona on the press, and he failed to find the top corner. Tried to find the top corner, maybe he should have just gone lower with his shot, I don't know. Then also we saw later on, he had a headed opportunity which he couldn't put on target, and of course right there at the death there was that improvised back heel which he tried. Can't really hold too much of that against him, but I think like he should have done better. There were quite a few moments where he couldn't just sort out his feet, and because of that we lost the momentum attacking wise. It was pretty concerning actually, and it's made me wonder, maybe I should make a video talking about Lewandowski, because I have been in the background taking a look at him and a few other players. Like right now I'm currently working on a video talking about Frenkie de Jong and why he's so important now to Barcelona. Arguably Barca's most important player, maybe right there next to Pedri, although I think at this moment in time with the way Xavi has been playing this season, Frenkie de Jong is probably more important now than Pedri is. I know that's probably like a hot take, very controversial, but you know what, you should watch the video. It's going to be dropping sometime this week because, you know, next match Barcelona has is next week on Sunday. So there's 6 whole days of, you know, just nothing happening, no football, none of the you know, nothing to look forward to for Barca. So during that time, I will just put something out there talking about Frenkie de Jong and why I believe is the most important player for Barca at the moment. And in addition to that, I think I'll also try and work on something on Robert Lewandowski. We'll look exactly at what's going wrong with Lewandowski. Is there anything going wrong, or is this just how Robert Lewandowski is? Is this just what you're going to get with him? You know, besides the matches where he will score a hat-trick or score 4 goals, like at the end of the day, is this what his performances are like over the length of a season? We're going to look at that as well, because I think you're going to notice some very interesting trends, because I noticed very interesting trends, so you should find those trends interesting as well. Just putting it out there. Anyway, moving on from that for a moment, this game, like I said, there's not that much to talk about here, guys. Gazzaniga was probably the man of the match here. He made so many saves that kept the scoreline goalless. There was one brilliant save on Raphinha, then there was a goal line clearance from Araujo. Earlier, there was also a goal line clearance he made when his defender almost scored an own goal. And then towards the end again, he pulled off another great save on Gavi. So it wasn't really a match where Barcelona didn't trouble Girona's goalkeeper at all, but it was a match where Barcelona didn't trouble him as much as he probably should have, and they didn't really do much to put smiles on the faces of the Camp Nou faithful. Anyway, like I said, it's not going to be much of a long one this time around. There's not that much to say. We'll see maybe if during the podcast episode I could throw a bit more meat on what I've just said here, but I don't know, honestly. I don't even want to talk about this match anymore. Barca have extended their lead to 13 points, you know, we'll take that. Hopefully this team can regain its composure and regain some momentum, because, it would be nice to see us hit that 100 points mark again. But with the way things are going in the final third, and with how long Pedri, Dembele, Frankie, and Christensen are still out for, well, maybe this is just as good as it's going to get for Barcelona, which begs the question, why isn't Xavi giving any minutes to a certain Pablo Torre? Anywho, all that discussion for another day. Otherwise, I thank you for tuning in here. Do have a great day, and Forza Barça.